Hi YouTube, this is Jake Shirley Coaching, and today I'm talking about my experience filing my taxes online with Jackson Hewitt. So this channel is about personal finance, it's about getting out of debt, it's about your mindset about money, because personal finance is more about your mindset than it is about math. So when you're self-employed, like I am right now, we don't have a W-2 job, so that means our taxes are not taken out automatically. A good rule is to set aside about 25% of your income, and that's going to be what you owe on taxes. I did not do quarterly estimates like I should have done last year, so I filed for the tax year of 2021 all at once, but it turned out okay, so that's what we're talking about today, and I'm going to go over my experience with Jackson Hewitt and how it went. So that's what we're talking about. So this is the home page. This is where I started on the Jackson Hewitt website, and I went to File Online with the Tax Pro. It's my first time here, so I went down to Create My Account, and I went to Go to Online Tax Pro, and the price as of filming this video right now was $99 for state and federal. Okay, this probably looks familiar if you spend any time online. You fill out your name, email, password, your phone number, all that good stuff. So I did set up my account, and the process was pretty easy. This is where I ran into a little bit of trouble though. If you set up online accounts for pretty much anything, a lot of them will have you verify your email address. They send me an email, and you click a link in the email, and that's just a way to verify this is your email address. So usually it works fine, but this time it wasn't working for me. That every time I tried clicking the link, it wouldn't work. And this is the page I kept seeing. It would say there's an error processing your request. And then this is the next page I would see. I would click the link, I would get the first error message, and I clicked the link again. And then this page came up that said the code did not match or is expired. And I think the code was supposed to last for an hour, so I was trying this within just a minute or two, so I'm sure it didn't expire. But that's just some of the trouble I was having just getting my account set up. So it was not perfect by any means. Eventually I got around this by just going to the Jackson Hewitt home page, and I would click I clicked the My JH account, which is just your Jackson Hewitt account. And I figured out with some trial and error that the online filing option and the My Jackson Hewitt account option are two different things. So that there was definitely a little bit of confusion there. So this is the page where I just, instead of clicking the link in the email to verify my email, I went straight to this page and just logged in. The car is on there just to block my personal phone number. So once I skipped the email and I went straight to the login page, it brought up this page to verify my phone number instead of my email address. So my phone number is on there, that's why the car is there, just to block it. So they did send me a text message with the access code, and I put in the code, and so eventually I was able to get into my account. It just took a little bit of trial and error. So once I got all of that worked out, I ended up on this page. So now I was logged in, my account's ready to go. I did this during business hours, so I was able to connect with my tax pro right away. It brought up, I'm not showing it just because it was my personal finance and tax information, but it brought up like a chat window, so I was communicating back and forth with my tax pro. So she asked me a few questions just to get started, and then I went through several questions. And you see them at the top there. They were just basic task questions, and they were all pretty easy to answer, pretty straightforward. Eventually I got to this question just about my banking information so that they would be able to process my tax refund if I did get one. this is all over the internet, so I had to send PDFs of my 1099s to my tax pro, and I had no problem with that. But I also had to scan my driver's license and my social security card and then send that to my tax pro. And there was a little bit of trouble with that because I had to send them as JPEGs, and I didn't know that at first, so that at first they didn't go through. So if you are going to try filing online, I think it's best to do it if you don't have too many documents to send over and you know a little bit about computers. So that would definitely help. If you know nothing about computers, you might have a lot more trouble filing online. But as far as I understand it, Jackson Hewitt also has offices you can go to so you can do it in person. And I see them set up at Walmart a lot during tax time. So my tax pro was really helpful, really informative, just very nice to talk to. And we actually did an audio call where she went over my tax return, and we were actually talking back and forth instead of just using the chat window, and that worked fine. Overall, I'm really happy with my experience with Jackson Hewitt. I think my tax pro was nice to work with, and there were a few hiccups with just getting logged into my account, and then had to figure out how to get all the files she needed sent over. But overall, it was really positive experience. Nothing was too difficult, and I'm just happy with the experience I got with Jackson Hewitt, and I would definitely recommend them. If you don't have a really complicated return, if you just have a few 1099s or a W-2 or one or two of those, and you're pretty comfortable with computers, and filing online worked well for me, and you can do it and not have to leave your house, and it was just overall a really good experience, so I definitely recommend it. And so, if you're comfortable just sending PDFs online, and you're able to scan in they need your license and your social security card, but if you're comfortable doing that and you're comfortable with computers, I would say that filing online with Jackson Hewitt is a really positive experience for me. And I just want to say I'm not affiliated with them or anything. This was just my personal experience filing my taxes. Okay, so this has been Jake Shirley Coaching, and this was my experience with Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. On this channel, we talk about money mindset and getting out of debt and personal finance, and doing taxes is unfortunately just a part of that, but it's something we have to do, and I do not recommend not filing your taxes. So I hope you liked the video, and hope it gives you a good idea of if you were wondering about, is Jackson Hewitt okay, and I think they are. So I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.